That's going to be recorded. You know that, right? Come on, do the beep beep for me. Come on, phone. There we go. Hey, everybody, this is Nelson Buck, and this is the Mardox Daily Live Chat, or otherwise known as the DLC. And we're here Monday through Friday, most of the time, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Pacific, and I think, what, 8 o'clock in Germany?
Yeah,
Cool.
for now.
So today we're talking about an interesting piece of content. We have a viewer that brought it up, and not just building your list, but building your community. Now, Fabiana should be on soon. She wanted to talk about that, so I thought it was a neat topic. You know, there's a lot of people out there saying you've got to build your list, got to build your list. Um, but if you've got a list of people and you got no community, what do you really have?
And if you have a community, what do you really have? You have a cult.
You have a cult, yes, yes. Join the Mordox cult, yes, yes. And those of you watching, I can see there's 3 viewers already. If you guys are watching, put your comments in. I'd be more than happy to read them and let us know how nuts we are, or Fabi! Fabi's in the house. Oh, in the chat, anyways.
Hello, Bob.
I just opened the introduction to the room talking about building your list or building your community, which is better. So like we were talking earlier today about list building and community building. So I thought maybe that'd be a good topic today.
Sounds good.
Cool. So what do you guys think about that? Is it worth building just a list? Like everyone knows when we say building a list, we're all told to build a list. But how much further do you go than just building a list? To what point do you go when you tell someone to download your ebook? Is it just download your ebook and then now you got people on a list? Or do you actually make contact with those people or try to get those people to get other stuff? Do you try to set up conversations and I hate to say the word webinars, but live shows like this where you can actually talk to these people and get their input? Community. What do you think, John?
A lot of people, it's like you say, you hear build your list, build your list. A lot of people don't have any idea of what that's all about, because you have to think of the reason you're building your list. The reason you're building your list is to get in contact with people that might be interested in what you have to say or what you have to offer or whatever. And you don't start with, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. You start developing a relationship. You communicate.
You start with buy my stuff now. No, I'm just kidding.
You communicate, and you get on like some kind of common ground, and you see who is interested in what you're interested in. You see, and that's how the list stuff begins. Because building your list, right? You need autoresponder. What you're going to do with that autoresponder? You need to have a series of emails prepared.
Sorry about that.
Excuse me?
Sorry, I had you were talking and the loud blast of sound came in. But go ahead.
You have to have a series of emails prepared with at least 7 to 10 emails to begin with. Because you have to talk to these people. You have to tell them something. You have to give them a reason for wanting to be on your list, and so on and so forth. And then whatever it is you desire to promote or you desire to talk about or whatever, then you start talking about it. But give value. Don't just try to take people's money. You need to give some kind of value in whatever you do. Advice, tips, so on and so forth. Resources.
You did say tips, right?
Yes.
It came across a little different. I'm sorry. You were talking, and I saw other video, and I thought it was a hosted channel on our channel, because sometimes we host other channels, and I'm like, no, it's a commercial, because I forgot they're running ads now on us because we're this far away.
Nice.
We need 13 more people. Come on. I have a used smartphone. 13 people sign up, and I'll give this away.
Did you see that? Did you see that just now, Nelson?
No, I wasn't looking. What?
You missed it.
Hold on. What did she do?
Show your cup again, Bobby. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Jesus. There you go.
I wrote it backwards. Oops.
Yeah, but shouldn't it be white?
Are you asking for something, Bobby?
How did you write Mardox backwards?
It's the camera that.
No, it's fine on this end. You see it backwards. We see it fine.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's it.
That's
Five viewers. Come on, people. Tell us what you want to. What do you think about list building? Do you know about anything about list building? Do you do list building? James, I know you're watching. James is on all the time. No, but that's true. A lot of people don't do list building. They get on. They sign up to all these affiliate program links. They get out there. They promote. But there's no continuity to the list building activity. They get people on a list, like I said before. You know, you get an ebook or you give something away for free. You get people to sign up. Even my dad knows about those pages that says put your name and your email address in to get this thing free. But your information goes on a list, and then a lot of times people don't do nothing with it after that.
I would take it even a step further back, that a lot of times people miss their opportunities to capture contact information from someone who's genuinely interested, even when it's in-person contact. You know, we're so quick to hand out our website or our card and say, you know, here, you know, contact me when you're, you know, if you have any questions or anything. But to be honest, we need to be getting their contact information.
Right. And that was when I was doing seminars, live seminars. What I would do is I would not pass out my business card to people. If you're interested, you gave me your contact information to me, and I will call you back.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise,
yeah,
because otherwise we give out our business cards and nobody calls back.
Yeah, and they won't, and they genuinely will mean to, but everybody gets busy. And so it's best to do both when you can, but then if you only have one or the other as an option, then it's better to get their contact information, even if it means pulling out a napkin and having them write it on a napkin.
Yeah, or just bring some pen and paper with you. Does anybody know how to write with a pen and paper anymore? I mean,
exactly.
I got a pen. I got some paper. Hold on, let's see if this works.
There you go.
This is Canadian office paper, guys. Let's see if this works. Let's see that. No. Well, a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Hello.
I mean, write it on your hand if you need to.
It works.
It
works. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. It works. It works. You can write on toilet paper.
So get their contact information, puts the ball in your court for future communication, and then what do you do after, like you were saying?
Well, then you spam the hell out of them, don't you? You call them at 3 a.m. You wake them up. You make sure to send all sorts of letters and be nice to them. Sign them up to other people's mailing lists without them knowing about it, right? Get all these magazines going to their. One guy did that too. One guy mail bombed me once. He gave out my personal information to a whole bunch of places that give out magazines and flyers and stuff. And my mailbox was full for about a month until I finally got a hold of these companies to stop sending me your stuff. My mailbox, the little square, was full. Okay, we got one of those community boxes, and that little square. I mean, they were like, there's a pile of mail. Let's go home, and it's all garbage. It all goes to the recycle bin.
I know, and more and more people are having their at-home business or their side hustle and stuff. And there's been some instances where I sat in on like a training, you know, someone was doing, and they actually said to their tribe, their people, to, you know, connect with someone within the community and then trade email lists, and then you can send your stuff to them and they send their stuff, you know, to them. And I was just shaking my head.
No, bad idea. Don't
do that.
Don't do that. Because if you guys each have 100, you exchange lists. The person who suggested it has a bigger list, but now you're going to go with good intentions, mail it to these 100 people, and they're going to go, "Who the hell are you?"
Oh, exactly. And it's so disrespectful to keep someone's contact.
You can also get in trouble for spamming.
Well, spamming, and then you get the people going, well, wait a minute, where did you get my information from? And you're going to say the other person gave it to me. Now that person has a breach of information, an information leak, you know?
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that don't understand spamming protocol.
If it's business to business, it's not so bad. But you still have to have a set of balls on you to want to contact these people when you have no connection to them whatsoever. Hi, I have no idea what you offer. I don't really care, but I'm offering this, and you better want to care.
Wait a minute, I do that every day.
Oh, you do that every day?
That's what I do for a living, basically. There's and say, hi, I have a bunch of stuff we do. What do you do? And then I sit there and talk to them, and then I find out what they do. And then I sit there and say, well, here's some of the things that we offer that you don't do.
Oh but you're contacting hosts.
I'm contacting tech companies, business consulting firms, and a whole bunch of different companies.
In this case, this would be like contacting a mechanic, a plumber, carpenter. There's no relevance amongst them.
Well,
Well,
if you at least open up-
I may trade with the mechanic. Hey, look, I need my cars fixed too.
Sure.
What kind of services
smart.
here?
No,
Let's get a deal going.
no problem. You sending your car to Italy, okay? And I am fixing your car. Huh? No problem. You never see your car again.
Well, that's I'll never see a car if I send it to Canada for sure.
Midnight tonight on a pier of 48, okay? A big container, and you're driving your car inside. Huh? Yes. I will talking to you later. No money up front. They just
I
drive
think
off.
the difference that Josh describes though is that he's opening up conversation and
Yeah.
building a relationship.
Yeah.
You have to. Here's the thing: not every company does what you do, and now, granted, my model doesn't work for everybody, but it works for those of us that are like really advanced personnel because we can do stuff that they can't do sometimes, and that's one of the reasons it works for us. But if you don't have that skill set, hire people that do, and then do it anyways.
One of the things that I tried to do a couple of years back was contact all the Traffic Exchange website owners and said, guys, we should get together, and the first two things they would say up front was, one, why do I want to do business with you? Because there was some friction, still is, and the second is, why would we want to associate ourselves with a website that's pretty much like us? And they never got what Mardox is. They always assumed Mardox was a traffic exchange, and it's not. It's a business exchange. It's a resource center, and but because of that, you got these mentalities of people like, no, I'm in my little group, and I don't want to have anything to do with you. But we could go so far if these other companies and other groups got together and merged with us, or participated.
I mean, sometimes you just have to grow. One thing I've learned as I've grown in companies is that the bigger you get, you have to start firing some clients to make room for the new clients coming in, and they have to be bigger clients than what you had before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the bigger the clients you get, the less headaches you get.
Depends
Because they're not as petty as the freaking cheapskates.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I do like getting rid of the free ones because it either means they've gone bye-bye or they've upgraded to
I
paid.
don't even take free ones, but as far as hold on.
That's not me. That's not me. That's not, mine already went beep beep. Is Josh now taking over the role of Belinda?
Yeah. That reminds me of that.
Every show, Belinda's phone would ring during the show. Now she's not in the shows, and now Josh's phone's doing the same thing.
Maybe it's Wonder calling.
That's one of Josh's small customers calling in.
Yeah, one of the small ones that gives him a headache.
But going along with what we were saying, what we also, first of all, like what Josh was talking about, is exactly the name of the game, so to speak, because we should want to help people do what they want to do or help them do what they're doing better.
Yeah.
You see? But what we also have to remember is that there's a wide variety of people out there doing a wide variety of things, and these people are also in different, let's say, income categories and everything.
Yeah.
And we have to remember who our target audience is, and act accordingly, because it's like the information that Josh is giving that's good for his target audience and for people who are of the income level who would be able to, to participate in whatever it is he's offering. But, there are also other people out there. They're really looking for their start, or they're really looking to figure out this online thing and see how they can possibly make a living out of it, and so on and so forth. So we have to think about this range as well.
Yeah.
And
Well, I look at our website as being all ranges, because we do have people on board that are in the, they could easily dish out a couple $1,000s a month. It would be no problem.
yeah, sure.
And then we got the ones that, can't afford a cent. That's why we have the free and paid versions of the site.
Yeah.
I wanted to create Mardox so that there's that, I was hoping to be the beginning rut that people can get into. Instead of making all these mistakes and errors, you can come here and not get caught up in all the hoopla outside. You know, get a good start. You know, but it's to get the name in front of those people that are just starting, that don't know about us.
Exactly.
That's tough to do. That's tough to do.
Yeah, that it's not easy, and plus you're combating a lot of the junk out there. You see.
Well, not to mention we're also combating. There's days I wonder if I should just like close down the name Mardox and start a brand new name and hide my name from behind the scenes, because of these other traffic exchange owners that I don't know. And I got to be honest, I'm not kidding. They've got a grudge against me, and I understand why, but it's petty. You know, it's like
And you have, unfortunately, you have this in the industry. It's really kindergarten.
Yeah.
People really need to grow up, but it does really cause problems. But what I would suggest in that regard is just to stick with what you're doing, be who you are.
That's right.
And when we, when we make our mistakes, when we, we all make mistakes. We all suffer from
I don't do that.
every once every couple of years, maybe.
Yeah. No. Well, millennium.
Okay.
I did one mistake last millennium.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. My landline is ringing. Excuse me. I'll be right back.
You actually have a bang, bang. Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow. Pen and paper, anybody? This is going to be an old day. Yeah, I get the hint. Yeah. I gotta do James's also. I gotta get those sent off. It's on my list of things to do. It really is. Oh, jeez. What were we talking about? Yeah, but no, it's you see the traffic exchange industry. When I say traffic exchange, I mean viral list builder, safe list, traffic exchange, all that kind of free join in, promote for free industry. You'll see that one website owner, if you ask them, well, what do you think of this other traffic exchange? And they're like, no, don't do business with them. They'll screw you over. Yeah, they're exactly the same thing, and a lot of times they run exactly the same scripts for their sites. So why is one better than the other? And I've seen it when I go into a chat room, and I'll have to go in as William Hanks, and unfortunately, and now they caught on to that, so I got to use Alfred Domino. No. Sam. I'm going to use Sam Sepio. John is talking to his girlfriend. Yeah, so from now on, I will be referred to, AKA, also known as Sam Sepio. You are coming to my website, no?
I was talking to my mother-in-law, by the way.
You got doing a lot of talking with her, huh?
Hey, my mother-in-law is cool.
Okay, mine was too. Mine was too, and I loved her to death.
That's good. Then again, maybe that's not good.
No, it was good. It was time. Okay. It was time. I'm totally cool with it.
Luckily, I know the story. So
yeah, that's it.
Someone else listening, you loved her to death.
Yes. There was a death involved, and I loved her. Take it the way you want. I'm gonna have to go on Twitter tonight and explain all this.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't do anything wrong. Oh jeez.
And you think I'm as bad as what's her name? I heard that part.
Well, it's that phone thing.
No, the phone thing is just like people calling all the time.
If you heard of Belinda would always have her phone ringing during the show. Now it's you doing it.
Well, I'm not trying to do it though. I don't want people to call me. They just call me.
They call me, man. When I looked at the clock, I knew I could almost count down 10, 9, 8, blah 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 blah, 3, 2, 1. Bring. Oh Jesus! I swear to God, she had her finger on the button to ring it.
I try not. I actually wish the phone would stop ringing. To be honest with you, I hate the phone ringing.
Oh, there's days I put on my phone priority only. And only the people I favorite in my contact list, my phone will ring. Otherwise, all the other calls just go to voicemail. There's days I do that.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Right now, I got a bunch of politicians calling my ass.
Really?
Why did they call your ass? Why didn't they call you?
Well, they're calling me.
Yeah, can I talk to Josh's ass, please?
No, some politician in freaking Houston died, and they're all racing to try to get a seat. And
So
that's
how does that involve you? You're in Delaware, or
Wisconsin, but they all call me up to freaking build their websites. That's why I get called.
oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I got some connections in Houston and the Dallas area and other areas out there. And
Hey, good news. Good.
in other words, I got companies out there that sell our services out there.
But good news about Houston, Texas, right? The bomber is now dead. He blew himself up yesterday.
Yep, he blew himself.
Yeah, he got caught by the cops. Cops tracked him down. He tried to drive away. He got pinned in, and he detonated a bomb in his own car while he was in it. So was it a mistake, or did he do it on purpose? Good job.
Does it matter?
I don't. How many bombs did he let off? 5, 6?
He was actually surprising. He didn't kill that many. So his bombs were really ineffective.
I think they were more to terrorize as opposed to murder.
That succeeded. That definitely succeeded.
If it killed one person, it's way too much.
Oh no, yeah. Even if it killed a cat, even if it killed a cat or a dog or even a fly, it was a life. No, it was uncalled for.
Yeah, it wasn't as effective as the Unabomber though.
No. But the Unabomber wanted to kill. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll see a spider, I'll grab the thread and go, okay, come on, let's go outside, and I'll put them outside.
Yeah.
Unless it's really okay. Now you're getting too close to my hand. Sorry, dude, you were a threat. I had to eliminate you. But I try not to kill bugs, even if I don't have to. There's no need to kill them unless they're like an infestation. Then it's more of a controlled issue. But I'll try to use stuff to get the bugs away as opposed to kill them. No, life is life. Any way you look at it. But back to our topic of how John makes his millions of dollars, and how his wife can take 3 weeks off on vacation from him. Going to a resort 8 hours away. How does John?
Tell me more. That sounds good.
Yeah, how does John communicate with his list?
Who is this John character you speak of?
Well, his last name sure the hell ain't Olson.
It's John. The blogger.
The name is John Olson, Fabi.
Mm-hmm.
The last name is Olson. Remember that we were looking for his name earlier?
Oh yes.
Yeah. I was like, I remember Olsen twins, John Olson. Okay. So how does John Brewer make his connections?
Well, I try to make a connection with people as far as finding out what they are trying to do, or whatever it is like that I'm offering, is to attract the kind of people that do that kind of thing, or it's in internet marketing in general, and to find out what they're doing or how they're doing it, or how they can do a particular thing better, and so on and so forth. You see.
Yeah, I can hear John at 3 o'clock about you're doing it wrong. Clunk. But the funny part is it's 3 o'clock in the morning his time. It's only 9 p.m. our time. It works out. You're sitting there going, what? Okay. Who was on the phone, honey? I don't know. It sounded like some black guy was really pissed off and said I'm doing it wrong. All in good fun. I can't get hurt. Your wife isn't home today.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this back to her though.
You're going to, right? I'm the one that hacked her internet to make sure she can't get on. No, but we're just talk about that. Yeah, so she's supposed to have internet. Hopefully, we can get her connected soon. That'd be I
hope cool. She talked to someone that could help her figure it out, because I walked her through it and everything.
Yeah.
But something didn't seem right. So
yeah.
It's
either that, or I get online. I'll get online later. I'll give her a call and I can walk her through it.
But
what is it? Windows 7 or Windows 10?
What is it's Windows 10, yeah. So she has Patrick's computer, laptop. I think he has Windows 10 on it, yeah.
That should be pretty simple to connect, unless her.
It should be. And that's why I didn't understand, because I walked her through everything.
Unless they gave her the wrong password.
No, it wasn't even. She didn't even get that far. That's the problem, because I found, she clicked the where you're supposed to make the internet connection,
Right.
and see nothing came up to say, okay, pick which network you're trying to connect with and put in your password. That part didn't come up.
Was there
The only thing
was
that
there a window asking what the network name is?
no, no, that's what I mean. That's
Nothing.
what
Nothing
I
at all.
was expecting to come up, and I could have told her how to go further because they gave her the network name and everything.
Okay. Yeah.
But that part didn't even come up. It kept talking about reset your wireless connection, and then it says something about, okay, a manual reset, and how in 1 hour, 3 hours, and blah 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 blah. And I said, then don't go there. And then I told her to ask the staff and see if they can help her with that.
Yeah.
Something was
I hope she gets connected. That's a frustrating thing, is because it could be a
yeah.
protocol that they're using that's not in the
Yeah,
computer.
right. And for someone who's not, don't really do this a lot,
Yeah.
and has no idea
Yes.
to try to figure out, okay, go this way or go that way, find a side door or a back door or something. It's just frustrating.
Because when I use my phone, I'm using the highest level encryption, and the password on this is huge. So when I go to connect my laptop, I have to have another protocol installed in order to encrypt while I use my cell phone. Just my laptop's here, my cell phone's here. I use the cell phone as a hot point. The reason for that is that when I'm using my laptop, I don't want nobody else connecting to my phone.
Yeah.
Going, oh, hey, it is a wireless connection. I'm going to use it. My bandwidth goes right through the roof. So no, I was just because sometimes I was asking because sometimes the network ID is hidden. They're not broadcasting, but you got to physically type it in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I kind of thought it might be something like that.
Yeah.
But that part didn't come up. So.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. We'll get her online. We'll get her online.
Yeah,
She'll have at least one day worth of internet. Either that or get her starting to write her memoirs.
Yeah.
And then we'll edit you out of it before we publish them.
You're an interesting character, you know that.
Yeah, I know. I got so many weird thoughts going on.
You need to remember on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at the moment, because our time hasn't changed yet. It's kind of impossible for me to make the show because I teach Tuesday and Wednesday evening.
Yeah, so
By the time
we could have got on. We went for an hour and 15 minutes yesterday.
By the time I had to come home yesterday. I was exhausted because Wednesdays are a long day. My first class starts at 7:30, and it takes me an hour to get out there, and I don't leave there until 4 in the evening. So I get home about 6 o'clock.
Okay. Got 2 hours.
Take a little rest until I have to go, teach again.
Yeah.
And luckily on Wednesday, where I teach is in the neighborhood, so I can even walk there.
Right.
But then I go teach for an hour and a half.
Okay.
My sweetheart's not home, so I had to cook.
So you should get home by 9.
So and I get home and I have to cook, and so yeah.
I'm starting to hear the I can't syndrome.
No.
There's only one.
Because also then I have to also do all of the other things that I couldn't do because I wasn't at home.
Right. So I can't syndrome. So there's only one cure for I can't syndrome. You know what it is, right?
What's that?
I kick you out of the room. No, I won't do that to you, John. I won't do that to you. I won't do that to you. No problem. Oh, jeez.
I'll just come back,
Yeah. Oh no, there's days I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to do the show today? I can't get back. I get here and I'm like 10 minutes before the show, before 3 o'clock. I gotta open Twitch. I gotta program the today's information in, the date, make sure the date's right, what we're talking about. Get on Twitter and post up there and Skype, and get OBS set up, make sure everything is syncing properly. I'm getting used to it now. But there's about 5-10 minutes of stuff that I got to do before the show starts. And then it's like, and we tried to do it at 3 because, again, just like I left at 3:05 the other day and nobody showed up. At 3:02, if the show isn't started, people are like, okay, screw this, I'm gone. you know, because they're not going to wait around 5 minutes, you know. So it's
Give it at least 15 minutes after the scheduled start
well,
time.
what I'd like to do is put a video up that will say we're starting soon, and then we kill that video and start the actual stream. That's what I'm looking at doing. So people, at least people can see there's something on the stream about to start. You know.
It might help.
You know.
That might help.
And then
Some people are really impatient or very busy, and they say, "Oh, it looks like it's not going to be a show today," and they go to do whatever else they have to do.
Yeah, then you got Fabiana, who tries to make it on Thursdays, but apparently she's got kids and stuff to do. Got to go to Vegas. Where are you at right now, Fab?
In South Dakota. And then the one Thursday that I did come in a couple weeks ago, it snowed. You guys had that big snowstorm come through your area, so there was no show.
Well, it wasn't that it was big. It was so much snow. It wasn't thick. It was heavy and wet. So it was like, you know, scoop, and then it's like
that was double the work.
Yeah, because you
same
might,
amount of snow.
Yeah, you might as well be shoveling 2 feet deep of snow with every scoop. You know, it's like, oh,
it's amazing how heavy that stuff can be.
That's it. There's James. Hey, James. If you want to tell us how you go about, actually, James, it'd be cool if you got on the show today. If you want to tell us how you go about building up your list and or your community, which is better for you. Are you a kind of guy that builds a list? If you do build a list, where are you at? Do you just build a list and then don't do anything with it after that? That's going to be the worst thing. The two things, people get into marketing, they don't build a list. Because I got to admit, even myself, when I restarted Mardox in 2015, everybody was telling me.
Wait a minute! Somebody's phone's going off, and it ain't mine this time. Hey, Mr. Belinda there. Hey, Belinda Gondale there. What you doing there?
You were saying?
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
That's it.
Hold on a sec. I wasn't doing anything. I'm sorry to Belinda if you watched this and you saw that. I'm sorry.
But
no, he's not. Trust me.
It's good fun. It's not negative.
No, what that was the last. But you stop already. I'm not answering the phone for a reason. Belinda would type during the show and be like, "Can you mute?"
It was like she had the loudest keyboard in the world. You know, it was like. Blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, I'm late. Please do not cut off my bits. Don't know, buddy. Don't know, James. We're gonna have to talk later. Where did I? Hold on. I gotta find it now. I gotta find it. This is what's fun about going through all this stuff. We'll talk later, and it's real.
What the hell was that you were just waving around?
That's my knife, my hunting knife.
Oh, it looked like it was flexible, and I thought,
no,
shit.
No. This is
on here or something, or what?
No. This is literally hard.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were waving something else there, man. Like, what the hell's he got a dildo in his hand?
We'll talk later, James. No, I went through my stuff and went through these bins, and while I'm cleaning up the area. Like I said, I had all these boxes full of obsolete books and stuff that doesn't work. The CDs, half the CDs don't even read anymore because they're written in such a way from like 91, 92. So that stuff all got junked. But I found my hunting knife. I thought I lost that.
Well, now you can go hunting again, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't mind the hunting part. It's just I bring it home, I give it to the wife, here, clean this and cook it. And she goes, "Oh, hell no."
Clean and cook it yourself, Mr. Hunter.
Oh, you have that same thing from your wife. Except for you, it's what, roadkill from in town? Mine's roadkill from out of town. Mine's the size of a deer. Yours is the size of a rodent. I don't want to say rat, but rodent. Oh Jesus!
What kind of outside of like the main city? So we're almost in the boonies,
Rabbit?
but then another city comes, you know.
Rabbit?
So you're in the area like I am in the middle of nowhere.
Sabotage, yeah. Yeah. But there are a lot of birds around here, though.
Oh, I want to see you hunt for a bird.
No, they're like they have these huge birds over here, and there are a lot of like crows and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think John is the hunting type.
We had a duck here until I found out it was illegal about what I was about to do. We had a pair of ducks, and when I had the pool set up, they would crap all over the pool in the water and everything. And I was spending so much money treating the water to the point that I hung up tin pans, so they'd knock against each other across the pool. I thought that would scare the birds. And then when you go swim, they get these tin pans going cling, 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 and it was really annoying. But yet the little shits would climb up and, that's making noise 10 feet away, 5 feet away. I'm going to walk along the edge and still do my business. I went around the pool on my hands and knees. Took me half an hour to go around the pool without making a noise. The duck is on the other side sitting there. I'm on my hands and feet. I'm crawling along. I can see its butt. All I have to do is reach up. And what comes bounding around the pool because he wants to see what Dad's doing? Jack. Hi, Dad. What you doing? The duck looks at Jack and goes, quack, 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 takes off. My hand was this far from grabbing its leg. I would have had it, But I think the duck saw me and went, holy shit. Because after that, they never came back. He didn't realize a predator was that close.
He was like, crap, I almost became a turducken.
A turducken.
That's an American thing you don't know about.
I know what a turducken is.
Y'all know what a turducken is up
I
there?
had a duck inside. Hold on a sec. The turducken is the
It's a turkey, then you got the duck inside that, and then you got the chicken inside that.
Right,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, it's a southern thing out here. That's why I was surprised y'all have it that far north.
It says here we have a turducken trout. We put the trout in also. It's all meat, just as long as you can cut into it and go num num num.
Fish with bird just doesn't sound
No,
good, man.
I know. I was joking. But I told that to my neighbor. My neighbor worked for Environment Canada, and he goes, "You realize if you would have caught that and killed that bird, it was a $10,000 fine." Oops. Not allowed. Not unless it's during hunting season. You have a permit for it. No permit, and even if you kill it with your bare hands, it's still $10,000 fine if you get caught.
So here's what you do next time. If you see the duck next time, make sure you grab his leg, hold him underwater, and the duck drowned. He did not get killed by you.
Oh yeah, but
Instantly drowned. It was an accidental drowning.
tie a stone around its leg and drop it in. It wasn't me. It was the stone.
He got tied up in this string stone thing.
I don't know what happened. I woke up and the duck was floating in the water, man.
That's it.
That's all I know.
But I mean, I remember the sight. My dog coming around, what you doing? Like there's like a Scooby Doo episode, right? And then the duck turns and looks, and then it lifts its wings. It's like you could see the look in its eyes, like holy shit! There's a human right there. I mean, what would you do if you woke up and looked off the edge of your bed and there's a predator sitting right there about to grab you? That
I would
close.
probably turn my ass to shit on the predator so that it would freaking deter from catching me.
That was done too.
That was done too.
There was some of that also.
Disclaimer.
But what was neat was not only him, but the other one never came back either. They left the area. I was like, oh, we're out of here.
There you go.
Gentlemen, that was the reason when I was in the military, there came a point where I listened to myself speak and I decided to clean up my language because you came to the point where your vocabulary was very limited.
Are you saying that my vocabulary is limited? Broad?
Probably he's talking about mine as
the vocabulary that you choose to use, let's put it that way.
Okay, John's going to give us...
He's doing his English lesson now.
John is going to give us this week's challenge, this next week's
and
challenge.
This was before I met my wife, right?
Yeah.
And then I realized, I said, well, hey, if I'm trying to, attract females and get a girl and everything, I don't think talking with a filthy mouth would be something that
it wasn't that, buddy. You've got to.
My wife was in the military, so it was all good.
there was only 2 women ever in the entire population of the planet that could ever love you. One is your mother, and the other one is the woman that you found. You think you found her, but she found you. She chose you.
Okay.
You're like me, dude. You're like me. You know.
I see.
I got.
I don't see the resemblance whatsoever.
Hey, I'm getting there slowly. Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway.
Are you saying we swear too much, dag nagget?
What were we talking about?
But you got to remember though. I was describing what the bird was saying, not what I was saying. Holy shit!
Yeah, but John is right. I was listening as a bystander.
Oh,
And-
yeah. You're innocent.
Listen to the wisdom.
No,
of
I didn't see a word for at least 15, 20 minutes. And it gets, off the rail.
What John is saying is that
We're
if
not-
you go
we're
back and edit the video and there's more bleeps than talking, then maybe there's a problem.
John is saying you can't poop on the.
You've got
Anyway.
4 or 5
You got-
out of here.
You
You know.
But you gotta understand the beep sound. You can vary the length of that. You can go like beep. It doesn't have to cover the full F and K.
Because actually,
You've got
Actually,
4 or
I
5
saw-
out of here.
I saw Fabi shake her head no
Yeah.
a couple of times.
I mean,
At the same time, she was drooling out laughing, though. So it's kind of a comedy routine for her, I think.
Come on, you guys gotta admit, a 24-foot pool, and you gotta spend $100 a week to treat the water because the birds go poop in it. And you gotta admit that's
Yeah.
there's a good reason to go duck hunting by hand. Forget this bows and arrows. I don't want to shoot a gun. I might hit the side of the pool.
Well, you know, it's a good thing you freaking didn't do that, because then you would have been charged with choking the chicken.
Or the duck. Choking the chicken.
Here comes the disclaimer title again.
Yeah. John knows what that is. My dad might be too old to understand what that is.
Bobby, why do you come around here? Tell me.
To be entertained.
Well, that's a good thing to do.
See?
We were talking about list building and how do we do
We
with
were
our
trying
lists.
to talk about this building.
That's
It
what
lasted
John
for
is
about,
saying.
what, 15 minutes?
Didn't we cover everything?
Including a duck. Quack, quack. You know, I was doing good without swearing. You know what happened? My wife,
Yeah, what happened?
my wife picked up on swearing, and for like 3 or 4 days, I would hear her swear, and it's like I would go, okay, it's just, you know, I don't want to cause a fight, you know, I didn't hear that, and then the other day she comes in, she's bloody effing this and bloody eff that, and I'm like, would you stop swearing? And I've been trying to stop swearing. You're right. The foul language gets to be too much. And then you listen, like today, I went to go pull my neighbor out of the snowbank because he backed his truck up into the mud, and it thawed, so his van stayed stuck. So I went to pull him out, and the whole time I'm there is in French, tabarnak, call this saints boy, and it's like, I even said, why are you swearing so much? Are you having to push the van by hand? You know. And he goes, yeah, but it's always getting stuck. I said, yeah, but you're always parking on the lawn. It's going to be mud, you know.
Park on the street. There's no road.
Well, no, I don't really want to park in the street here. There's not no parking, but if you park on the street, now you run the risk of getting hit by something. The bus, no, they go through here at way over the speed limit. You know?
And the road is only one bus wide.
No. You can put 2 buses. I've seen 2 buses
yeah.
cross. I've seen it. Their mirrors go ding, and it's a little spark.
And
but we're
it
good.
is a bus route, Nelson.
It's like streets here in Germany sometimes, it's a 2-way street, but it's like room enough for a vehicle and a half maybe, you know, and you've got a law here. If you're driving and if you're on the side where no cars are parked and the other side has cars parked, if you're on the side where the cars are parked, then you have to wait and then let the other person go, and then you're allowed to go. Now, when I was working for the Landschaftsgarten, for the landscaping place, I'm speaking German. When I was working for the landscaping place, we'd have our truck, right? And we'd be on one of these roads. And we'd be on the side where the parked cars were.
Yeah.
And we'd be, you know, going down the street. And then here comes someone on the other side. And here, they have the right of way. They don't care what the situation is. they have the right of way.
Yeah.
So they expect you to try to get your huge truck over into some little bitty space
Yeah.
that might.
I can't complain. It's nice over here.
I used to back up what would that be, a 12-foot trailer that we have with the Bobcat? I used to back
Yeah.
up the trailer plus a 6-wheeler. So let's say
Yeah.
12 plus 4 plus the truck, so about 32 feet long of vehicle. I would parallel park it
Yeah.
between cars.
No, it's not about not being able to get into space, but it's about it would have been simpler and quicker for them to let you go ahead
Oh,
and
yeah,
go
yeah.
by.
Yeah.
You know.
I have backed that truck into my yard. We'd have to back in because it's a pain in the butt in the morning to try to back onto the street. And I would try to back in, and you get cars honking their horn because you're trying to back in. You weigh the trailer, the tractor, 5,000 pounds, plus the truck, another maybe 8,000 pounds. You're trying to back this into a space.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the easiest thing to line up and get right. You know.
I have sympathy for truck drivers over here. First of all, because the roads are often quite small,
Yeah.
and they've got these big vehicles, and they have problems, and they're just trying to do their job.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to bring stuff and take stuff so that we can go to the store and buy what we want, and so on and so forth.
I've seen some of those trucks in Europe. The front wheels turn and the back ones turn the opposite direction so that you can do
Yeah.
sharper turns around. 18-wheelers here. The back wheels on the trailer turn. That's wicked.
I mean, I really admire those truck drivers. My best friend over here is a retired truck driver, and if I see a truck in that situation or whatever, I wait. I give it enough room, and I just wait.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff because hey, they're just trying. Or if sometimes when they have to park and they're kind of in the way.
Yeah.
But that's the only space that they have that they can stop so they can offload or whatever. I don't complain.
That's
If
right.
I can get around, I get around. If
That's right.
not, I wait until I can. I mean, they're just
The biggest problem we see is right-hand turns. The some of the places here in town, the trucks will have to take one lane over. You get the right turning lane, and they're one lane
Yeah.
over. They got their flashers to go right, and
Yeah.
all the cars come and pile up in that right-hand lane to go right. Well, the truck needs that room, so I'll park behind the trailer. I'll stop behind the trailer so nobody can get in. The truck driver loves it. He knows I understand. But you get the idiots behind you, you know, going meep, 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 you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, let the truck go by, you know.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Like we keep saying, getting back to being humans, you know, and actually treating people like humans. It's not just a truck; it's a human being driving that.
Yeah, and they're just trying to do their job. It's not like they're doing that on purpose just to annoy people.
Yeah,
you know?
well, if they can't do their job, you don't get to buy your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's as simple as that, you know. Yeah.
That's the point. That's the point.
Yeah. So this is how you build your list. Okay.
Yes,
you're just nice to people, and let trucks do what they want.
Yes. And you will build a huge
Did
list.
we ask Fabiana what she does to build her list? Well,
Okay, you're on, Fabiana. Take it away.
this is your show. This is your show. You're the host today.
I don't build lists. I just do it all by myself.
You do it by yourself. All the work. You micromanage.
Yes.
Not good to do.
No, I think list building is important, and it's also at the heart of anything that you're going to do.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what it is, what industry you're in, no matter what you're doing, it's where it all starts. With making those connections and staying connected, finding a way to retain connection. And also, I've had these discussions too about what to refer to it as, like refer to it as a list or a network or a community or and so on and so on. And the reason why I am more partial towards community is because I feel like it brings that personal touch into the network and into.
You're right. I agree.
That's it. Well, a lot of people are already scared about the list building, and then because
that sounds so sterile, you know, and so corporate.
And
Yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead, Fabi.
It does. No, I agree with you that it does sound very dull to say.
Yeah.
And let's get it straight. I'm not talking about just getting people's name and email addresses. List building can be like on Twitch. We've got 37 followers. It doesn't sound like much, but it's 37 people following our stream. We've got people rebroadcasting this stream. Like today, there's 36 syndications. So that's 36 networks that are picking up our stream and repeating it back out. On Twitter, there's 28K, 28.5K followers on a Twitter account, and so on and so on. Those are all lists.
You'll get approximately one view from that one.
No, I'll get more than that, but it's I do find that Twitter is few and far between. It's because people follow so many people, the stuff just flies by,
We overload ourselves. This is true.
That's it. But all these systems, YouTube, 1,500 subscribers, that's a list.
And what you're looking for, let's say you have a list of 500 people, right? Even if you have a list of 50 people, you should not expect 47 of these 50 people to buy your stuff.
No.
You're looking for that maybe 1, 2, or 3 people
per 100
who
max.
would seriously think about buying your stuff.
Yeah.
And you can tell that by the way you communicate or the way they open what you send them.
Yeah.
And then the 1 or 2 that actually buy it, you see?
And
because
Depends on how you build your list, though. Like, I know myself and I know of a few other marketers, we don't even put people on a list unless they buy. So in my scenario, my list may be, around 1,000 people, but they're all buyers.
Well, yeah, and that's cool if you can have that type of list. And this is where it also comes into list segmentation, you see, because you have a list, right? And then you start sending certain information and stuff to your list and see who reacts to what. And those people who react to that certain what, they get on another list.
That's
see?
right. Yeah.
Because you're narrowing it down and you're finding out what they're interested in, and you try to work on what they're interested in and help them out and stuff like that.
Yeah, and to say what Josh was saying, the list that I'm building, yeah, I do have a list of people who only bought stuff from me.
Yeah.
And that's a list of paid members, and even the previous ones, I do use that list because they're the first ones I promote to say, hey guys.
Yeah.
Check out this new site I put up. I'm going to advertise it in a week. You're the first ones in.
Yeah. They moved to that special category.
That's
there.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Because they're serious.
James writes the number of leads is not as important as the quality of leads. That's true. That's very true.
That's the reason I only take buyers.
Yeah. Well,
if you're
So some people laugh at Mardox because we say that we only have 3,000 or 4,000 people in the system, and they laugh. Go, oh, your network is so small. It's such a small site. What's the point of having 50,000 records of users that don't do anything versus 5,000 I know do something throughout the week?
I know certain networks, certain internet companies, right? They have a seriously huge list. I'm talking thousands, like you just said.
Yeah.
50,000 or so, maybe, or whatever. They do a show like this, and they have just as many people on the show. That they invite folks to come on the show, right? Or to leave comments, and they only have a certain amount of viewers, and even fewer coming on the show. So why brag about having a gazillion people on your list if they don't take action?
There was I'm going to bring up the two Paul brothers that no one likes, Logan and Jake Paul, and I'm going to compare them to PewDiePie. PewDiePie has over 50 million subscribers on YouTube, but when he puts up a video, he only has the video will get, for example, 1 million views. So why is it if you got 50 million subscribers, why only give 1 or 2 million views? What happens to the other 48 million? And these are huge numbers. The difference between him and Logan and Jake Paul, where they put up a video and they get 10 million views out of the 15 million followers. By now it's 30 or 40, 50 million by now. But the difference is those two came from Vine, where they had a shitload of, a whole bunch of people. I'm going to try. So they came over and they told them, if you guys come over here, you can follow us. We're on YouTube. It was a fresh list. Whereas PewDiePie has 50 million, but it dates back to 10 years ago. There's a lot of people under there. I'm subscribed to PewDiePie, but I don't really go watch his stuff anymore. There are people grown up in 10 years. So yeah, it's not. So what? He's got 50 million subscribers. Who cares? Nobody's watching his stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. It's like how many active subscribers do you have? How
That's
many
it.
people do you interact with? And going back to this community thing, right? I remember I wrote a blog post once asking, what is a community? Because, every now and then, stuff happens like, somebody gets triggered or whatever,
Shut up, John. Stop that, John.
and there's a little conflict. I mean, think about it. Think about your family. Think about your friends. Think about your close friends, right? Do you always get along? No. Sometimes, even a very good friend, sometimes you have disagreements, and sometimes very serious disagreements, and you hate each other's guts for a little while, but eventually things calm down and you both come to your senses, and everything is okay. It's no different when you're talking about an online community. So we have to be ready, first of all, to be adults, okay?
Yeah.
And to realize, okay, people make mistakes. Things happen. Maybe it shouldn't have happened or whatever. Maybe someone should have been a bit more thoughtful or whatever. But hey, we're all simple humans. We all do this sometimes. And how ready are we to take the road of humility and say, okay, well, I'm gonna see how things go. I'm gonna see, how things develop. I'm gonna see how this person that I have a disagreement with, or this company that I have a disagreement with, I'm gonna see how they behave over the next days, weeks, and months. And when you see, okay, that was just a thing, and then you interact with the community again.
That's right.
But if you see that this is a pattern, okay, then you choose, okay, I don't want nothing to do with you anymore, and that's fine. But some people, there's a negative thing that happens and they're out of there and don't ever come back. You see, and that's not cool.
I
Because
can't.
that's not reality.
I can't find the post that you're talking about. The one that you must have taken
I
it
have
down.
to. No, sure. I don't ever take anything down. And it must be there's look on. I don't know. It was a while ago that I wrote it. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, because I'm
But
on the page right now. I got your page up. I don't see it.
you
In the
got ESL Johnny Marketing up?
yeah,
Okay. You got to look. Is there a list of my blog posts there?
yeah. It says pages. Under pages, I got build a business online. Click track profit, easy business builder, manual hits, traffic
No.
exchange.
You got to look down at the blog post. Go down, down, down.
Archive? No.
Yeah,
Met,
something like that.
archive? You nuts?
No, there's a list of blog posts.
Well, there is, but it says page. Oh, those are pages. Oh, I get it.
Oh,
Oh.
oh.
March 2016 is when. Are you ready to profit online? Oh, wow. I got to go through your site. Go to Johnny's website. It's way at the top there. You guys can go to it. It's a really good blog site. I like this stuff. I like Johnny's stuff.
I don't write as much as I used to. I need to get back to it, but
Yeah.
life has been really busy.
Yeah, we gotta get back to doing. I was writing ebooks. I got ebooks lined up,
Yeah.
and I was telling Fabi today, I really do want to get back to writing those ebooks. 'Cause it's neat because I cross promote each ebook between each other, and I like putting like the links to other people's products and services. The referral links. So those ebooks, I give them away for free because they're like free business cards that people can distribute as much as they want.
By the way, I've been when I have some time, I want to get together with you about some of the ebooks that are in the content section, because I have been starting to look through them, and just wanted to talk about a few of them.
But some have to be taken out, or
Well, it depends on what you think of the actual content. It's not been bad or anything like that.
okay.
But
Well, that's why I want to set up a rating system for those ebooks so that our members can
Yeah.
leave comments and rate the book. And then we can list the best ones versus the not so good ones.
you know what would help also if you can put the author's name along, with the title.
If we have it.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot
I mean,
of, a lot,
a
yeah.
lot of times, sometimes you don't, yeah, but sometimes when you go in, you see the author's name, because some of them write a lot of ebooks, okay?
Yeah.
And when you read, if you read 4 or check out 4 of a particular author's ebooks and they're not really what you like,
Right.
then you don't waste your time.
And you're talking about just so that I bring the page up, because otherwise it kind of looks like what are they talking about? If you guys go to mardocs.com and you log in under content, it's ebook directory down here, and there's a whole bunch. And my first three are right there. So there should be the title and then the author's name beside it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if we could index the books based on the authors too, that would be cool. If we could get around to saying, okay, this is by this author, this is by that author.
Yeah.
Because then you can, I'll make it so you can click on say Nelson Buck and it'll bring up just the ebooks from Nelson Buck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or John Brewer or Fabi, or I would love to get to a point where the ebooks that are in here are just made by our members and nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a cool thing to do, because then it's homegrown content. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Bro,
For the community.
Say it
What's
again?
that, Jim?
I said homegrown content.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What was that? It's like,
I didn't say anything, man. What y'all just assuming shit.
I don't know what John. Homegrown. I'm gonna bust somebody up.
I always look forward to Josh's comments because they're always very witty.
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing something wrong. I gotta fix that. God, I gotta fix that. There. I gotta make it so that the amount earned, you have to click it to show it. I gotta change that, because every
Fill
time.
us in on the updates at Mardocs.
Huh?
Fill us in on the Mardocs updates.
What do you mean?
What's been updated on the?
In the last 24 hours. Good night.
Hi, Belinda.
Hi. I almost pulled it off. Actually, being able to go in and pay with your in-house credits is now available. Yes, it works. It works. So now I got to do some tweaking. I got to fix up, get an email sent out to say, this person paid with their in-house credit, so on and so forth. But the automation system is there now. That's all set up. Another thing, and my wife came up with the question would be, if let's say, for example, you've got $10 in-house credit, but you got $15 real money, should we just automatically say that's $25 towards your $24.95, or should we ask to deduct it off your earning money, the actually earned money, versus the in-house credit? So what do you think? Can you mute Josh? Good grief.
I'm here. Yeah. Had a little bit of a cold there.
Then there should be a way to identify which is which, because people, like, say, if they have $20 in-house credit, they should not be delusional and think, okay, this is money that they earned from a downline or whatever.
Well, yeah, the page is nicely listed now, where you have actually earned money available for withdrawal. Your in-house credit. I mean, I can't get any more clear as to what in-house credit is. And then some of our members are investors, so the investment amount's there too. And then of course what they earn as time goes on.
That's too damn confusing.
Why is it confusing?
You're moving pieces, man. You gotta keep it simple.
Well, it is simple. All your money is with me. You just give me your money. It's simple. But it's when they go to upgrade.
They want to pay you.
well, they obviously do. There's tons of cash coming in. I don't know why. I don't know what to do with it anymore. No, but it's the function of going through and saying, okay, I'm going to upgrade. I need $24.95. I got 20 on one side, and the balance is on the earn side. I think we should tell them there's going to be this much taken from in-house credit. There's going to be this much taken from your actual withdrawable earnings.
Yeah,
I think we should tell them, right? Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah, because otherwise, it's kind of, hey, the whole amount's there, wherever it comes from. It doesn't matter. But I don't want people saying, hey, it said I had $20 and I got 16.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit! Now I go back and explain to them. Oh jeez. Hey John, we it's an hour and 4.
Wow. It's been really captivating.
We broke the. I mean, we talked about leads. We talked about how to build your list. We talked about a duck that almost lost it. We talked about we talked about ever so delicately how much I swear. Dang it.
Well, you're not alone in that. I'm not going to mention any names, Josh.
Josh, Fabi.
Oh, no. Fabi's the innocent in this whole thing, you see.
Innocent.
Yes.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
so the next time we have a get together in South Dakota or in Vegas, Fabi's going to be there for sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep, she's gonna arrange to be there for sure.
We're definitely doing a Vegas get together.
We should. I just want to see how far I get into the casino.
Me too. I want to see how far you get into.
Walk in, lights are gonna go. Roo, roo, roo.
Fabi's going to have bets going, right?
Oh yeah.
Warning! Blood will be spilled on aisle 3 in 3, 2, tackle. The guy was off by 1 second. Couldn't get up fast enough. Oh, jeez. Card counting alert. It's not illegal what I do. It's 100% legal. They just don't like that you do it.
Yeah.
And by now, it's kind of silly because, I mean, they load the card shoes up with like 8 decks. It's almost impossible to count. Almost.
But they don't like it if you're making money.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They don't like it if you're making money. It's a business, but I find they're too severe about it. It's a gamble, and they got to understand that, you're allowed to win money. But a lot of people have had troubles trying to get out of there with their money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they want to take your money. They don't want to give you any.
That's it, But thank God there's some legislation and some regulation behind the scenes that we, the gaming boards and stuff like that. Because if that wasn't there would literally be legs broken and there'd be a lot of like back behind the dumpster kind of justice.
You won't be counting any more cards.
And I can't count cards. I'm blind. I need Braille on my cards. John, how do we wrap this up? 'Cause I was stuck yesterday at an hour and 16 minutes. Didn't know what to do.
Yeah, well, we do things like saying thank you, everyone, for joining the Mardox Daily Live chat. Once again, coming to you every weekday, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And then there are the other times that it comes.
So somewhere in Germany.
Yeah, Pacific, Germany, and sometimes you even see like these real cool cups, and then we saw a new Mardox cup design today, and very cool. But
wink. Jesus.
But please join us, and if you are watching us via YouTube, please remember to do 3 very important things.
Wait. I know how to do this part. Go ahead.
Okay. Subscribe, like, and comment on the video channel.
I did it.
And if you are watching us via Twitch, please remember to do one very important thing and to follow us. And also, ladies and gentlemen, please leave your comments. Tell us what you want us to talk about and so on, what topics you want us to talk about, and we'll be glad to oblige.
Yeah, do it on Twitter. We got a Twitter account too. It's written right at the bottom of the video. Mardox1 at Twitter. Tweet to us and say, "Hey, I'd like to talk about this. I'd like to talk about that."
Yeah.
What's tomorrow's topic, John? Since you're going to be there.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet.
Ooh, start thinking. You don't have much time. Oh, jeez. So, anyways, if you guys want to say bye, I'll try to find that button again.
I'm going.
Bye, everyone.
And like I always say, where's the button?